Friday, July 10th, I made my way out to 300th Street to catch some trains. I arrived at around 5:45 and thought there might be some trains coming soon. I was wrong and would have to wait a while until the signal for track 2 lit up with a red facing my way. A green down at the signal 2 miles farther down the line confirmed a clear signal for the OMAX coal train, led by two SD70AHs, first 8884 and second 8759. Now you can't tell here, but you may be wondering in a few seconds, why is this train slowing down with clear signals? This train is of high priority loaded and almost always gets the green, but it slows down if it's on track 2 as it nears Omaha to use the crossovers at control point 17 to switch from track 2 to 1 to access the lead track to the OPPD plant. Loaded trains are 2x2s, while empties are 1x1s. Here comes the DPUs and our friend from last week, ex-Southern Pacific AC44CW 6390 and former AC6000, now AC44C6M 7078. About 5 minutes later, the signal for track 1 turned on with a red facing us yet again, and the signal 2 miles down the line confirmed a clear signal. Here came a monster coal drag, a 2x3x1. Leading the monster was an original ES44AC 5484 and AC44CW 6504. The crew kindly held the newly replaced Nathan K5HL horn. With reporting marks for CMO, which are apparently cars owned by the UP, and reporting marks for WPSX for the Wisconsin Public Service Corporation. I believe this is either two trains in one, or WPSX is leasing the CMO cars as well as the other cars, but they don't have the CMO ones on long-term lease, so they don't get their own reporting marks. Anyway, bringing up the middle was ES44AC 7412, original ES44AC 5414, and ES44AC-H 2543. Bringing up the rear as the DPU was AC44CW 6515. With a late start on the trains the next morning, I made my way to Valley hoping to find some yard action to spend the day filming. The yard was silent until a green came on track 1 with a mixed freight. Leading the long consist was a SD70AH 8890, SD70M 4272, and another rebuild AC44C6M 7313. While the mixed freight was passing, I noticed another friendly sight. GP38-2 number 500 was back in the yard. Though it was sleeping now, it would have a busy day on Sunday. Next up was another monster coal train working hard out of a crew change in Fremont. Leading this train was another EMD leader, this time the older SD70ACE number 8496 and original ES44AC 5496. Another great crew that held the K5LLA for me. This coal drag was also for Wisconsin, this time WEPX cars with the Wisconsin Electric Power Company. Wisconsin must need lots of coal as this was another 2x3x1. Within the middle, another rebuild, an AC44C6M 7333, original ES44AC 5303, and another ES44AC 7865. AC44CWCTE6007. The signal for track 1 turned on with a red facing me, and yet again the signal down at milepost 29 confirmed a green signal. Up came an Intermodal with another AH leading, this one number 8971 and original ES44AC5281. Later in the evening, I went to Valley hoping to find some action. I wasn't expecting to find 3 GEs sitting idle. First AC44CWCTE5919, original ES44AC5274, and ex Southern Pacific AC44CW6355. I'm not sure what they were doing here or why they were there, but there wasn't crew, and they had left by the next morning. A green signal arose on track 2, and it was a wind turbine train, led by ES44AC7768 and ex-Southern Pacific AC44CW6148. We got a nice wave from the engineers, as well as a horn salute. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. But make sure you tune in next time where we see lots of more action featuring yard jobs, locals, and a three-way meet between a coal train, intermodal, and yard train. Thanks so much for watching from Milepost 28 in Valley, Nebraska. This is Union Pacific Omaha, out.